How's it, guys? So it is such a beautiful morning, and in an effort to, let's say, mourn the loss of my Canon 6D and also get back into the swing of taking photos, I have actually packed my Canon 81 film camera that I was shooting with Lion's Head on the other day. So I've got that with me, and I think this morning before I go home, because it is only 8:05, and as you can see, got a bit of a sunrise going on, I'm going to see if I can find a cheeky spot to just take 1 or 2 film photos. I'm almost at the end of the roll of film, and I'd like to get it developed sooner rather than later, because I've got photos on there from like 6 months ago. I honestly can't tell you what the first 20 photos are on that roll of film. For me, that's half the excitement of shooting on film, is that you forget what you've got on the roll. So when you go and get it developed, you're like, oh yeah, this one. I've got a spot in mind. I think it might only catch the light a little bit later though, so let's go have a look. Here's me not wearing these Vans for a few months because I didn't want to dirty the white soles, and now I'm walking out in the bush. How's it? So the place that I'm going to is a little quarry. I don't know if it's a secret spot. I mean, I guess it's kind of a secret spot because it's not very well known. And the only reason that I found it was because I happened to be cycling along the mountain this one time. Oh wow. Definitely not the safest little camera trip I've been on. You have to go through a dodgy ass little tunnel to get there, and you don't know what you're going to encounter. Honestly, without someone else here, I'm in two minds about this, but I want to back myself, maybe pick up a rock. This camera's quite heavy, so I can use it to just ming someone. Oh, awesome. Update on the shoes, still kind of clean. Here we are. I'm not going to wait here too long because it is a bit of a vulnerable spot, but there's a little bit of sunlight coming through here. I don't know if it's actually going to work. Also, using my expert tracking skills, I've determined that someone came through here recently. So this is the Canon 81. I'll be honest with you guys here, I don't know exactly what that means, but I can tell you the lens that I've got on here is a 50mm. Goes down to 1.8. 50mm is kind of zoomed in. Let me give you a little preview. So that's what it looks like through the camera. And then in real life, well, I mean, I say real life, but obviously this is my phone camera. You guys hear that bird? Okay, I don't know how much photographic opportunity there was in this quarry, but now I know. So I just fired off one shot. I got the reflection of all that graffiti in the still water back there, and I used those logs and stuff for foreground, and see how it turns out. You know, as I said, I just want to get through this roll of film so that I can get developed. Back through the tunnel we go. Soon we must fall, huh? I made it. I'm alive. So for breakfast this morning, I've decided I'm going to do some free-range eggs. Hard boiled, because we've got 6 over here and then 5 over here, and some of them might be off. I've had them for a while, so I'm not 100% sure how fresh they are. Because boiling eggs isn't that fun to watch, I decided I'll show you guys how to test if your eggs are fresh or not. Okay, so what you want to do, get yourself a glass of water, and then you're going to take your egg, and to check if it's fresh, you put it in the water. Make sure the egg can't touch the bottom, because it needs to be able to float if it does float. Because a floating egg is an off egg. That is an off egg. Good little way to remember this. I like to think of a floating fish is not a good fish. That's not a fish you want to eat. So a floating egg is not an egg that you want to eat. My second batch of eggs, okay, because all of these ones are off. I already knew that, but I was just showing you guys. So the second batch of eggs, in they go. So this guy is kind of sinking, but kind of floating. So he's not touching the bottom, but he's not floating. If he's not floating, I think that means he's alright. So I'm gonna boil him and I'll find out the hard way. And then you get these other ones, where I think these ones are the freshest. Let's put this guy in here. So he's gone down and he's touching the bottom. So that means this egg is alright to eat. It's still not the freshest, but he's alright to eat. Your freshest eggs are going to be lying on their side on the bottom. And that's a very fresh egg. So there you have it, boys and girls. That is how you tell if your eggs are fresh or not fresh. So now obviously I'm left with the problem of having to deal with 6 off eggs. But a little life hack tip for you. Put the eggs in the freezer, and then you've got reusable ice blocks. That was a joke. Don't put your eggs in the freezer. Don't use them as ice blocks either. If anybody catches salmonella, that's on you guys, okay? I expect you to all be of a certain level of intelligence that you wouldn't believe everything I say. Also, it was empty. It was a prank. Table Mountain. I feel like I do this almost every vlog now. But Table Mountain in all its glory, with Devil's Peak by its side. The loyal spouse. Do you know why I didn't say loyal wife? Because of gender neutrality. They are both hermaphrodites. Also, they're all rocks. On my way to Shio, the restaurant that Sav took me to for my birthday. It's basically a downright group meeting, a little bit, but also a bit of a farewell because Scott and Steffi are doing a little retreat thing at a nice hotel for their last 2 nights that they're here. We wanted to just have a little farewell lunch for them. Also, it's right by Sav's work, so it's super easy for her to join us. Very practical we are. So to get to Shio, I actually just have to walk through Burkarp. This street also. Yeah. Everyone's here. We got Kyle, we got Nordia, we got Ben, we got Scott, we got Steffi, we got me. Yeah, Sav's gonna join us in a bit. Here we have the poke bowl, and here we have the Shalmar sirloin. It's amazing. We got Disco Man Kyle over there. We're about halfway through all the food, but there's so much food here. Everyone's enjoying their food. Okay, Sav has to go back to work, unfortunately, so we're getting rid of her. Okay, cheers. Hey, Timon. Just saying cheers to everybody. Guys, I didn't probably think this through. I decided to walk because it would be good exercise and it's free and it's a beautiful day out. But now it means I also have to walk home and I'm like, got a bit of a food coma. I'm just picking up some ingredients for fish tacos tonight because it is games night with the boys and it's mine and JP's turn to do food and we have decided to do fish tacos and FIFA. So JP got half of the stuff, but I've gone for the other half of the stuff. And top tip for tacos is roasted chickpeas. Hi. Food coma is still in full effect. Buying a 500-gram tub of yogurt and a lettuce and everything definitely didn't help.
It's a serious breach.
Serious offense, what, to phone you during a nap?
Yeah.
Okay, it won't happen again. Just doing my export. Here's my setup, my upload setup. I get the Mac, get my hard drive on a little tripod, and then what I do is I connect to those people's Wi-Fi because it's so much faster. You gotta. These are all the Norwegian guys. That's JP and Ben. You know these guys. We are firing up the FIFA. So this is one of the Norwegians. This is Evan. Okay, so right now we're making the tzatziki type thing. We have got some double cream yogurt. In there is going to go some spring onions, a little bit of cayenne pepper, maybe some garlic. We'll double check on that. Some lime juice just to like make it a little bit like sour creamy, and then chopped up cucumbers. Okay, we got JP on the guac. Evan is playing with knives. That's the same technique I use. I like it. I like it. Tzatziki is done. Evan's moved on to salsa. JP is still struggling with some of the hard avocados. Evan's done chopping the onions. Those are the onions that are going to go into the guac. The salsa is basically done. I just wanted to compliment Evan and say he is top #1 at cutting with his consistency. Look at this. There was the Stormers game on tonight, which we didn't know because they're normally on a Saturday, but tonight's a Friday. SP Murray just scoring some points. Dylan Lates. He's not playing number 10.
And hit me. I'll
take a fat one. Okay, I've set up my first one. So we've got our league, fish tacos, 6 teams. Arsenal, Ben, Bayern, me, Chelsea, that's probably Evan, yep. Juventus, JP, Man United, Morton, Spurs. No, Carlton Spurs. Okay, I have a game to play. It's me versus Evan. Are you ready? Are you ready to get wrecked? Let's go against Chelsea, George Benson's team.
Oh shit!
Fantastic goal. How quickly did they go back to front there? What a counter-attack.
So I didn't film it because my phone's camera stopped working, but Gard crushed me 4-0 with an undisclosed team. We weren't. They were very good. They were very professional.
What do you think of Tottenham? Shit. What do you think of shit? Tottenham.
Focused.
Hey. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, not focused enough. Okay, update on that game. JB and I tied 0-0. Juventus Bayern Munich. It was a terrible game.
No.
Ew. Last game of the evening. Morton on Man United. This will determine who comes third in the league. Back home. Final results. Fish tacos and FIFA tournament. I didn't do very well. I came fourth. The last game that I played was absolute bullshit. I'm just gonna put that out there because don't even get me started. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up.